Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalam ala rasulullah. Brothers and sisters, fellow Georgians, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May God's peace, mercy, and blessings be upon you. My name is Edward Ahmed Mitchell. I'm an attorney here in Georgia and the new executive director of CAIR-GA, the Georgia chapter of the Council on American Islamic Relations. As we all know, we've reached the last 10 days of the month of Ramadan, a month of fasting, repenting, and yes, giving. But before I ask you to give in support of your CAIR-GA chapter, I want to tell you what CAIR-GA has been doing for you over the past 3 months. First, we traveled to Washington, D.C., where we met with Capitol Hill lawmakers, Democrats and Republicans, and asked them to oppose Islamophobia. We also met with other Muslim American leaders to learn about their best practices so we could learn from them and take those lessons back home with us. After coming home, we organized with the Georgia Muslim Voter Project Georgia Muslims Early Vote, an initiative to maximize and publicize Muslim turnout in the state's elections. We've also met with government officials to discuss airport profiling, school bullying, and other issues facing American Muslims. We've also engaged in interfaith dialogue, meeting with our Christian, Jewish, and secular neighbors to deliver the message of Islam so that we can all recognize, if not common beliefs, at least common values that can form the basis of mutual friendship, respect, and cooperation. We've met with students at Georgia State, Georgia Tech, Auburn University. We've met with the Boy Scouts. We've met with many different groups to present the message of mainstream Islam. We've also provided services to the Muslim community, hosting last will and testament seminars so that no Muslim has to worry about passing away without their Islamic affairs in order with a valid Georgia will. CAIR-GA has also formed relationships with other nonprofit organizations, including the Georgia NAACP, the Carter Center, Project South, and advocates of immigration reform and expanded healthcare access. CAIR-GA has also spoken out for various social justice causes, including condemning the war in Syria and demanding an end to the violence. We've also spoken out against the government's immigration policies during a protest at ICE headquarters. CAIR-GA has also spoken out against extremism, not just anti-Muslim extremism, but also Muslim extremism. We held an anti-extremism seminar at Al Farouk Masjid where we discussed ways that Muslim youth and our imams can rebut the propaganda coming from extremists overseas. And when terrorism has occurred, we've rallied the Muslim community to quickly condemn the violence and let our neighbors know that terrorists represent no one except themselves. We've appeared on Channel 2 Action News, we've appeared with CBS 46, the Atlanta Interfaith Broadcasters, the AJC, as well as other media outlets to make sure they know where Muslims stand. CAIR-GA has also dealt with anti-Muslim bigotry. When a Baptist leader suggested that American Muslims did not deserve religious freedom, we responded in the Islamic way. We responded to something wrong with something better. We invited the gentleman to sit down with us, to meet with us, and he accepted our invitation. As for those extremists who cannot be negotiated with, those men who threaten violence against Muslims, we have spoken out against them and demanded the government investigate and monitor them before they do something even more dangerous. Finally, on a more positive note, CAIR-GA teamed up with Atlanta Masjid of Al-Islam to host a memorial service for Muhammad Ali, timed to coincide with his janazah service in Louisville, Kentucky. Alhamdulillah, this was a wonderful event all around. It brought together a wide variety of Georgia Muslims, African Americans, white Americans, Pakistani Americans, Indian Americans, immigrant Muslims, indigenous Muslims, young, old, women, men. A wide variety of faces came together to celebrate the life and legacy of Muhammad Ali. Alhamdulillah, this is the work that CAIR-GA has managed to accomplish in a very short amount of time with very limited resources. Just imagine what we could accomplish with more time and your full support. And we do ask for your full support this Ramadan. Donate generously to us. Help us explain Islam to our neighbors. Help us defend Muslims from discrimination. Help us fight extremism of all kinds. Donate to your Georgia chapter of CAIR, and please also keep us in your du'as and volunteer with us when you can. I pray that Allah grants you a successful and accepted Ramadan, and I hope to see you soon, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.